voted today, and it wasn't for Joe Biden, and it wasn't for Joe Jorgensen. I voted for Donald Trump, and I voted for Donald Rainwater. Both of these candidates want to open up the economy, and that is literally the most important issue there is, other than war. Like, usually when it comes to a president, I vote strictly based on whether or not they are a peace candidate. And Donald Trump is the only peace candidate there is this time around, aside from Joe Jorgensen. She deserves my vote 100% too. I voted for Donald Trump. Who the fuck would have thought I would have voted for Donald Trump? In 2016, I lost friends on Facebook because I hated Trump so much. Stefan Molyneux came out in support of Trump. I lost all respect for that dude. I mean, first of all, I think he stole Hans Hoppe's argumentation ethic in his Universal Preferable Income book, but that's like a whole different thing, and no one's going to really know what that is. I'm just watching these videos, I bet. But he made all these videos talking about the bell curve and how the differences between the races when it comes to IQ. But no matter what the bell curve is for any race, most people are going to be the same. Most people are going to have the same IQ. And I don't know why he made so many videos right around the time he started supporting Donald Trump, but I thought there was a real race issue there. And I kind of applied that to Donald Trump as well. My older brother was making Donald Trump as a moron podcast episodes. They were pretty popular. And he had some legit criticisms of Donald Trump, and especially his rhetoric. But when we look at Donald Trump and what he has done in the economy, first of all, he's a terrible spender. He spends way too much money, but he never actually ran on the platform of less spending. That in and of itself is like, it made me waffle back and forth between Joe Jorgensen and Donald Trump. But I understand one thing, my vote's not that important. I should have just voted for Joe, but I wanted to have that split ticket. I wanted to add split tickets to the statistics out there so that people know, or Eric Halcombe here in Indiana knows, that Republicans are voting for Donald Rainwater. And I think it's super important for that message to be sent loud and clear to Eric Halcombe, especially since he's most likely going to win, unfortunately. But I voted Donald Rainwater for governor because he said he would open up the economy and not have a mask mandate. Yes, if an individual business has rules that require a mask before entering, people should absolutely, under the force of law, be required to wear a mask in those places. But that should be up to the business, not up to anyone else. Donald Rainwater promised to follow the 9th and 10th Amendments, which give power more to the states and the people respectively. No, actually, twist that around. That's really all there is to it. I never thought I'd vote for Donald Trump. Never thought I'd do it. This is just weird. But my big issue this time around is the opening up the economy. So I live in Indiana, which means I do not live in a swing state, and my vote really doesn't matter when it comes to the national election. But I think the last debate is 100% what flipped me to Donald Trump. It's just insane. Okay, so I actually said good things about Donald Trump. This is what Donald Trump does. This is what Donald Trump promises. And Donald Trump follows through with a lot of what he says. Like, he hasn't gone to war. He's brokered peace deals. And the alternative is Joe Biden, who is a warmonger to the core. He participated in kill lists, drone warfare, and all this other stuff that Donald Trump himself has participated in, I think, probably, because it's been an ongoing thing since Bush. But the 94 Crimes Bill, which is, like, Ben Shapiro came out and said that 94 Crimes Bill was a good bill. It's not a good bill. It led to mass incarceration. And people said that led to lower crimes. That's not what the economist in Freakonomics says. They said abortion led to the lower crime rate. So Ben Shapiro thinks the 94 Crimes Bill led to lower crime rates, when in all actuality it was probably something like women not having unwanted child and aborting them something that's a whole nother topic I won't get into here, then I think he's wrong. And I don't have the data or anything in front of me, but there's never an excuse for mass incarceration. There's never an excuse for something Michelle Alexander called the new Jim Crow. That's not okay, especially when it disproportionately affects black people and the black people drug of choice, which in the 90s was crack cocaine versus powdered cocaine. So crack cocaine was punished far more harshly than powdered cocaine. And what does this end up doing? It ends up putting black people in jail with far longer sentences than white people who have more of a propensity for the powdered version. And why? Why disproportionately punish a race for their illicit drug of choice? It makes no sense. Ben Shapiro doesn't know what he's talking about. Mass incarceration is not good. We have such a high prison population. And does it decrease crime? According to criminality books, yes, having a high prison population actually does decrease crime. But we're defining crime into existence in a lot of these scenarios when we make marijuana illegal, when we have drugs in general illegal. If you don't have quality control, the outcomes end up being far worse than they would be if they were all legal, entirely legal, or at least decriminalized. Alright, that's really all I have to say in this video. I hope you enjoy and subscribe.